Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy the Black Phantom HD back with another comic book haul. This week I got a lot of good books for you. Well, not that many good books, not as many good books as other people be having, but it's still a fair use of, what I get. First four books will actually be stuff that I just got to read, really, because I don't buy every single comic just to collect for value or collect just because I enjoy it. I like to collect to read every once in a while. So yeah, starting off with Wonder Woman number 3. I really love the Wonder Woman storyline these days. They're really good, and I don't know about this particular storyline right here, but I'm loving her origin story, which is in Wonder Woman number 4 continues. They did an awesome job with her origin, a really awesome job in retelling her origin. So yeah, Wonder Woman number 4. I'm just loving DC Rebirth as a whole, really. Loving Batman and all that, Superman. I love post-crisis Superman again. Harley Quinn number 1. Harley Quinn is basically DC's Deadpool now. And Harley Quinn number 2, both are the variants. Still gotta get my tripod camera thing so I can have 2 free hands. Okay, let's go to the next stack of books. Into the smaller keys. So here we have, camera almost got out of focus. So here we have The Adventures of Superman number 500, the variant, or second print, whichever one you want to call it. This right here is the first appearance of Cyborg Superman, first appearance of Steel, and the first appearance of the modern Superboy. So it's not that expensive, but still, it's a key in its own right. Web of Spider-Man 36, first appearance of Tombstone. I know Tombstone was a major villain, one of the main villain in Spectacular Spider-Man. He was I don't think he was the main villain, but he was one of the main villains. Probably the second one. Only to be under the Green Goblin, He's a really okay villain. Spectacular Spider-Man 139, Origin of Tombstone. Again, nothing spectacular, but still something. Still a key in its own right. Static number 1, first appearance of Static, the greatest creation of the late great Dwayne McDuffie. I wonder what would have happened to DC animation if he stayed alive. Because right now the DC animated movies and the animated TV shows have really gone downhill since he died. So hopefully they'll get better and bring more Static into. Well, I heard Jaden Smith was casted as Static, but we all know Jaden Smith is terrible. He's terrible, terrible, terrible. And Static number 2, the origin of Static Shock. Or just Static. And the last 3 books, you already know they're all keys, judging by the thumbnail. The main pickups of the month. I don't get books every week like some of y'all do. I don't have time to be going out to Comic Cons and out of every single state. I don't have time to do that, or the gas money too. So here we have Dead of Night number 1, a high grade Bronze Age horror comic, issue 1. I mean, this thing is just, see if I can get this thing in focus, it's just 9.2 worthy grade. Yeah, I don't think I can get this thing in focus. It's either the camera or the Mylar, whichever one, but yeah, you can see how high of grade this thing is. It's a pretty awesome book. Pretty awesome. I'm starting to get into horror comics more and more every day after seeing so many people on YouTube. As a matter of fact, yeah, before we get into the next book, these horror comics are just nice. They have good colors and everything. Never noticed how good these things are. Now I'm just noticing that little spot now glaring in the camera. But still 9.2 either way. And right here, Batman. I don't have any Batman key, well, besides Vengeance of Bane. This is Batman 234. First modern age appearance of Two-Face. Probably in around, what would I say, around very fine to very fine. Has 2 rips, which really hold this thing back. I mean, most of the creases on this thing are non-color break, so they can be easily pressed. The main thing wrong with this book is these 2 rips right there and right there. That's what's holding it back, really. But yeah, I barely have any Batman keys other than before this. It was only Vengeance of Bane #1, the first appearance of Bane. And now I'm going to start working on getting more Batman books because I've been overrunning on Spider-Man books lately. So yeah, I just want to take a break from Spider-Man. And the funny thing about this is, sorry to go back on the video, but the funny thing about this video is every single Spider-Man book I wanted but couldn't get a good deal on. As soon as I started to move on to Batman, it seems like every single person on eBay and every single person at the comic book store wants to lower their prices on those Spider-Man books that I want. Like before, I said I was going to collect nothing but Batman. Spider-Man books were going for $200 and above the ones I wanted. And now that I said I wanted to collect Batman only now, they've been going for about $75 at my comic book store, which is about to be the next one that I'm about to show you. I saw Spider-Man 121 in fine condition on eBay for $150 when normally it would go for like $250. Seems like every single time you want to collect something else, they just like lower the prices on the books, on the other books you want to collect, but you're trying to get a break of. It really is annoying. It really is. Because I'm seeing myself wanting, I never had a Spider-Man 121. That is one of the best Spider-Man stories I've ever read. I read it digitally, and it is one of the best I've ever read. And that along with 121, 122. But yeah, this is Batman 234, and Two-Face is one of my favorite villains anyway. I mean, no villain can top the Joker, but Two-Face is close. He's close. And plus Neil Adams, man. This is my first Neil Adams Batman comic, and Neil Adams is the man. Neil Adams is the man. And the last book of the haul is going to be Amazing Spider-Man 101. So how I got this book was I didn't actually pay $75 for it, but I bought, remember that Amazing Spider-Man comic, the 46 first appearance of Shocker I showed you guys in my last haul? I got that from a thrift shop for around $15, and I traded it in, and they gave me $40 for it, and this book was $75, so I just gave it to them for $40, and then I traded it in and paid the rest in cash. So essentially I paid $45 for it. I mean, hey, it's a VG to fine book, so I'm still happy with it. Even though I said I wanted to get out of Amazing Spider-Man books, still had to get this one because this was one of the ones I really wanted back in the day. And for $75, or really $45, $50, or however you want to say it, think of it, this was a really good deal. Anyway, my camera's about to shut off on me, so yeah, this has been your boy the Black Phantom. Peace.